these that's them balls that goes in this ratchet on the 92 Maytag. And I laid these out from the bin a couple days ago. And when I get to go get them right now to install them on the engine, and I put them in here, instantly, I call myself thinking, them balls is too big right there. So I got the micrometer here, and I'm gonna see what it is. These balls in a Maytag Model 92 wash machine engine is supposed to be 3/8 of an inch. Is, you know, that's like 375 thousandths on the micrometer. Okay, this steel ball right here, 437.5 thousandths. So it's too big. If you put these balls right here, if you put them 4 balls in this housing, and you put this thing right in here, them 4 balls right there will bind your mechanism up every time. Them balls is too big right there. Just saying. Some oversized, has to proportion to the scale model of the cart, the circus wagon thing, whatever that scale would be, thinking this hardware would be on the larger size as to impart a more comical, like they shrunk the circus cart, but they didn't shrink the hardware. Just saying. And for this project, I just went on ahead and welded up all them there hit and miss engine cart kits that 1/8 square 11 gauge tubing, 3/4 inch solid axle, stub not going completely across, 1/4 inch thick top plate there. This one being 18 inches between the wheels. Adding that up, 2-inch face on each side. So you got 22-inch total width. In proportion to the weight of the engine, low or to the ground, seems to be stable enough. This would be a kind of special order. Normally, these cart kits comes with a 16-inch wide axle, which is the size of a cart proportioned to a 1.5 horsepower M, a 1.5 horsepower John Deere, any of that size engines with a 16-inch axle, 2 inches on each side. So you got 20 inches total footprint combined with the flat face of the wheel, sturdiness of the inside, no wobbling part there. Just saying. Oh yeah, I popped the lid on that mailbox right there. Snack crate, that's what I'm talking about. Man, let's bust that open. You think that's frogs? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one on this side of the path and one over here on the back side, ain't there?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's a tree frog? Or a toad frog?
I don't know what kind.
I've never seen them.
Sound like a big one too.
You know, toads. Really?
Oh yeah, that right there's a Maytag motor. I'm just saying, Maytag. Well, even that steel ball measured out 438 thousandths. It's too big. Where did I put them at? Oh yeah. $374.5 thousandths. $375 thousandths. Now we get them right size balls in there. That's the way that works. The ongoing, that's that pulley for that engine over on that other bench over there. We'll go there and talk about it. But I remembered I had this snack crate laid aside over there on the sideboard. I think it was from Dutchland last time. I'll just tell you about it. It's a dense cake-like. I'm going to assume it's in Dutchland. I can't read that. It's one of them, when they write it down, it's one of those writings that, you know, it's almost, you can almost tell what it is, but you can't. Okay? It has ingredients here in 3 different languages, but not one of them can I know to read, other than some words that are similar that you can almost know what it is. But it has the date and all that stuff on there. It was these Maytags here. Don't let me get sidetracked on this little cookie thing here. But it's a 1928 over there. I'm going to say this is a 1936. And I have an engine on the workbench over there, which is where we're going. That's where this is heading at. This is an intro. This is an intro right here. We're going over there and talk about that engine. And I'm going to give you time while I'm getting at this little cake thing here from Dutchland. Come in a snack crate. Right in the nick of time. You know, I ain't been to the store in a couple of weeks, so, man, snack crate on the stoop out there, that's above and beyond. But I ain't bashful about sampling it. It has something on it right there. It's a little honey cake thing. Maybe on the spicy side. It's quite good. But we'll get over to that engine, and by now you sure have got your pencil and a blank page in your book turned to, and I'll tell you some stuff that you might want to. I'll tell you some stuff you might want to know. As an ongoing project, this is, there'll be 3 engines lined up here for photograph is my goal. One of them, that hunter green, and for this there is a hunter green Rustolia, and the one nearest to us here, that's that dark hunter green. I have a sample over there. You can see it in the background. We'll go over and talk about it. Considering it to be one of the very few original ones that survive as authentic as it is, I think. Take notes. Well, before we get to that there, that engine right there, this cookie that I have in the background, you hear me munching on it. That snack crate was from Belgium. The month of Belgium. So I can't read that Belgium language, but they send you a little book inside the box it comes in. So and it's an afterthought for me to look it in the book, because I went on my own to kind of figure out what the flavor was, and it was some kind of spice cake, and it's got something really good in the middle of it, like a sponge cake, and they drizzle some pineapple stuff in the middle of it. It was really good. But in the book, I'm gonna read it to you out loud. I'll just tell you about it, more or less. Well, it's a gingerbread spiced. It's on the moist side. I agree with the instruction. And it's like a loaf, like a sponge. It's pretty good with this crunchy pearl sugar they got in there. Man, it's really good. Well, as I get all the way through the thing, I thought it was full thickness, but it's sliced in the middle. No matter, it's 2 layers, it's 2 pieces. Gingerbread. Just spicy. Like maybe applesauce flavor. I'm just saying. Let's get on that engine now. But first, we shout out. You see some parts there in the foreground. And parts was cut on a CNC machine. I think it was a laser upgrade. A really good job. Well, I'm well pleased with them parts right there. Local shop, TriStar Metals at Shelbyville, Tennessee. Just look them up and, place an order. It's a good place to get your metal. TriStar is what I'm saying. And a good job, guys. That was the point of the whole thing. Is that's a real good job right there. I'm I'm well pleased with that job. Thanks. Now. Well. It's one of them, as far as the snack goes, it's really delicious. I would be more well pleased to have two of these, like have another one. But I can only imagine with a glass of milk. Man, that'd be real good. Even dunk that thing. Thanks, John, Stacy, Mariah. Okay. The part for that blank page, I had the spark plug out. It has a good amount of coal in that spark plug hole, but it didn't have no end on that. That was just wound around right there, like that. But this right here being the sum of what we're working with, I'll show it to you. It's a 1927 year model Maytag. The number is 22141. That number puts the engine in like the second row of numbers that when they started making them. So this one being the reason it's even on the bench here is I think I bought this engine, some years back at an auction sale. But there's some things on it. I'll show it to you that confirms that it's a very early model. And if you're assembling a Maytag engine, this is a good example to go by. My intent is just to clean it up. The engine's stuck. So get it freed up, get it in running condition, keeping as much look patina as it is now, and put the exact parts back on it. No mixing up no parts. Some of the telltale points on an engine to date it, if you didn't have this number, you could use some of these other things I'll point out to you to date the engine that you have. Well, the other item in that little, I've already got it opened, and the best I can tell, it's, well, I'm not sure what that word is, but it's like chocolate, chocolate beige, but it's a little cookie thing. It's got chocolate on the bottom of it, looks like. But it's, well, it's LOTUS is what, if that tells us anything before we flavor it. I think that's a brand of it. Okay, this might be the part you came for. Engine serial number 221341. This is just the way I got it some years back at an auction sale. Exactly like this. It ain't deteriorated any, it ain't improved any. But you can see that one time this center part in these pulleys or some kind of pot metal stuff, and it deteriorated. Well, it's the only thing I've done to the engine when I set it up onto the workbench to get the camera is it has two washers on it. And the parts is laying here on the bench. I scrubbed them out of the way, but this just pretty much fell apart with the screwdriver. But it does come off. But I'll have to have a new center, but it's a good pulley. But we have one already laid in. That's original patina on that one. Looks like some washing powder's got onto it. But we'll put that on there when we put it back together. But this is good, but the engine's stuck. So I'll bring the puller up here and we'll pull that flywheel off. That's the easy way. But to confirm it's the 27 model and it's very early, and to document it, if you're putting your engine together, this is what you would have if it's a 1927. Even if the plate had been, the flywheel had been removed, put on there with the later number, you could take these other parts and document it to a very early model. It's S231 on that gas tank there. But some of the distinguishing marks on the early ones, it's got all the them crown bolt heads, they're all crown bolts. It has the slotted bolts for the gas tank. It has the crown. No, it don't. It has the flat side cover bolts. It's a small lead out tire. It does not have the oiler. I've not took that out yet to see if it has that been drilled. It has screen and snout. It's brass. It has the raised letters on the gas tank. They're not sunken. Another part that crankcase is S233. I'm pretty sure. The kick pedal, you can see the sliding gear. I mean, the ratchet gear is broken right there. So when this comes up there, that don't catch nothing. So I'll have to put another one of them in there. And that broken off, and I laid in one that I had cleaned up sometime backwards, but this is the part that's broke off of that gear in there. So I'll replace that one with this one. It's very good condition. So we got the replacement part there. One of the other things that distinguish this to be a early model was it's a side exhaust. Don't forget that. And it has the brass drain petcock, the factory type, factory install. And it also has the small, on this cover here, this little hump is small or on the early ones. But you know when you have one that's complete, like this and never taken apart, you can note all of those as to how your engine should look if you're going for any degree of authenticity. And one of the other telltale indications that this is a very early model is it has the small screws in the mixer. That's the small ones. The later models had those big ones, but we'll get that cover on there. And well, we could see right here where we're. My intentions is to wash, to clean this engine up with some kerosene and clean it up really good with some solvent and see how come it's stuck, and put it back together in this original condition with these parts, and we'll put it with the other two and take a picture.